charm in our day was you snuck in the toilet and had a smoke because of nerves, right?
There was no diets then. You were on your own.
It was a six-pack of beer after the game.
You made your own meals.
Now they're on the bike after practice. They're riding the bike. They're in shape and that. And we just go have a beer and talk about the game.
1-1 tie. The goal scorers have been Harrison and Talon.
The first-year Canucks were a competitive team, and they were tough.
Gary Doak and Billy McMillan, away they go. McMillan getting in some good licks on Doak.
You used to have rivalry, like I played in when there was only 6 teams, so if you're having a run-in with somebody on Monday, you were going to see him Wednesday and you'd see him Saturday.
There were often schedules that had you play Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
We only had 2 teams that was close to us for a couple of years, Los Angeles and Oakland. So we had to do a lot of traveling and spend a lot of times in airports, changing airplanes. We had to stop most of the time in Seattle.
We used to go to Toronto on the train from Chicago and be in a bunk.
It wasn't the games that killed you, it was the waiting around in an airport, changing in Chicago, to fly to Vancouver, changing in Seattle. Do you fly back, do you bus back?
Anywhere we flew, it was always coach.
Our first flight into Detroit, the pilot welcomed this new NHL team. He said, "I'd like you all to welcome the Vancouver Canucks." That's how well known we were.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NHL hockey in Vancouver.
Canucks fans had a chance to see all the original 6 plus the new 6, Minnesota, Philadelphia, at probably $6 a ticket.
I can remember many times in the bowels of the Pacific Coliseum, the fans could get close down at the bottom of those steps. The players would stay there for hours and signing autographs. And then, of course, you had a guy like Kurtenbach who was in charge, the leader of the pack, and he made sure that the fans were part of the whole thing, and it worked out really well.
Pat Quinn and I went over to Victoria to sign autographs. And we were supposed to be there an hour or 2, and we ended up being 4 or 5 hours. The lineup of kids was unbelievable.
There's a few things that we just haven't been able to get done, but we've got to leave something for next year along with the Stanley Cup, you know.
You know, the old-timers used to say, "Don't worry about me, coach, I'll be in shape by Christmas."
We had 3 weeks of training camp, so we had about a week and a half to get ready, and then we started playing a few exhibition games.
They would come to training camp to get into shape. You know, now they're in shape year-round. In the 70s, training camp was still a party.
There was more drinking, more late nights, but I always went to bed early.
They were serious, they were dedicated athletes, but they marched to their own tune.
We weren't high draft choices or anything by then. We came together as a group, you know, and we worked hard and we enjoyed playing hockey. And it was a good time to be out here the first year in 1970 with the Canucks, and we did our best.
Kurtenbach going down the ice, and the game is over. The final score, the Vancouver Canucks 3, and the Toronto Maple Leafs 2.